Okay, welcome back here with Mike Tithecott, our new USC president, and friends. Welcome to you guys on the couch.
How are you all doing?
You look tired.
Good.
Why?
Lack of sleep.
We've been probably working nonstop, no sleep for the past couple of weeks, so that's probably why.
Huh? That's fair. Do you guys just want to all introduce yourself? I mean, obviously, we know Mike Tithecott,
Yeah, who are you
but
again?
Hi, I'm Mike
kind of a big
Tithecott.
deal, I guess.
Matt Shumka.
Nathan Caldwell.
And I'm Richard Wong.
Sweet. Okay, so let's start off. Just tell us, has it sunk in yet?
Absolutely not. I still don't understand what just happened last night. It's crazy.
Your picture on the front of the Gazette is just great. I mean, Matt Shumka too. You're just looking beautiful.
Have you
Thanks,
seen
Taylor.
the Mike Tithecott versus Luke
Yes,
Skywalker?
that
Yep.
the Gazette did. That's
Yep.
pretty clever. You should go to the Gazette website if you haven't seen that. That's pretty cool.
Describe what it was like in that moment. Even for all of you, it's an intense moment, and it's really a moment that I don't really get to see because I'm more distracted by what's going on, and I never really even notice like what happens. I'm just sort of sitting there. But like, describe that moment for you right before we announced it. What was that like?
Right before he announced it, my head was in my hands, like palm of my hands, in my head, and I was just like, oh.
Did you plan what you were gonna do? Did you plan that moment, knowing that it was?
I don't think I had any
photographed?
chance to plan, considering how many people jumped on me after we heard. I like was like yes, and then all of a sudden I got
pounds.
killed onto the ground and
Yeah.
stomped on. I don't know if you have the footage.
We were trying to get you on stage, and it was kind of impossible because someone literally had you probably 5 feet in the air, like
Yeah.
picking you up.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, he has to get on stage.
I
That's
lost my
one thing.
shoes also.
Yeah, I remember that. I
was
remember. I
funny.
forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you
Remember
admitted that time. I was like, oh, you don't need that. You don't need shoes.
How about for you guys? It's been weeks of hard work.
No, it was really rewarding just for that one moment. We knew it was all worth it. All the work of all the volunteers had paid off, all the planning, the months and months of planning that's gone into this, and but just that period when Phil said, and the USC president is, and that pause lasted forever. You are really good at that.
Yeah.
My heart was in my stomach the whole time, but it was amazingly rewarding.
Good.
I just must say there was so much tension there. You could feel it from every different candidate, everybody in the room. And then as soon as you said the presidential candidate, as soon as you said Mike, I just got swarmed into him. Like I was pushed right into Shumka, who's in front of me, and he was pushed right into Mike, and Mike hit the table.
I think the biggest thing at that moment is just it was a sigh of relief, just that the entire team put all their work into it. All of the campaign teams actually, and all the other candidates too, just put so much work in this, and it was just for us it finally paid off, and it just was so happy to really share that moment together.
Absolutely. Now, campaign highlights, campaign lowlights? Such a thing? I don't know. But talk about that. You know, some good moments, bad moments, because I'm sure there were both.
Well, last night was a pretty good moment, I would say. I guess that's kind of, sidestepping that question. But the whole entire campaign and the experience itself, when I just emailed the team because we're having a little party tonight, but just the friends that I've made and the amount of people that I've been able to just be close with and actually see them support me and become my actual close friend. And next year is just going to be a great year. And I'm glad for everybody else that won this year, too, for the rest of the campaign, or for all the other campaigns, because I look forward to working with them. Don't really want to talk about lowlights anymore, because this is just, too good.
Well, maybe I'll be the pessimist and jump in with some of the lowlights then. For me, again, it was an amazingly rewarding experience. It was amazing to see the work from all the campaign teams and the passion that went in from the volunteers. But for me, one of the things I was a little discouraged with was kind of the escalation of the pressure of the physical campaign on campus. The idea that, we build a sign, you build a bigger sign. You build a bigger sign, we build a river sign. We build a river sign, you put something on a wall. Like, I think it's just getting to be a bit of a circus. There's so much that goes into the physical campaign that I think it starts to kind of distract a little bit from the platforms of the candidates, from the character of the candidates and the qualifications. And then I think it's actually culminating some damaging our relationships with the university. We've had some stuff on the UCC that's a little bit of a physical damage. It's unfortunate, but I think it's a result of the pressure that goes into the physical campaign for the candidates.
Yeah.
I think one of the lowlights for us is, do you remember Mike versus the mic and how he just got totally owned by the other microphone in that first debate? He was horrible at it.
I must say one of the highlights, I guess, getting away from the lowlights would be all the great people you meet through doing a campaign. Like, This is my third campaign I've been a part of, and the people you meet are great. It's always a different, diverse group, and that's really a highlight.
I want to touch on some of the things that you were talking about. Like, just after doing this for me for 4 years, it's one of those interesting things. Like, it's the whole campaigning period. It's so interesting because it's like it's an entity in itself, and now you're going into this job. You've got a year. It's a big job. But building a platform with a lot of things in it that will never get accomplished realistically because you've got a year, that's all part of it. But realistically, I want to know what you think within the year in this role, what you really hope, sort of what is at the top of your priority list. If you notice the Gazette, it says here, they always have these guys.
That is at the top of my priority list.
Yeah.
Gonna look into that starting at day one. Also, tailgating, I want to look into that starting at day one, starting to work with IA right away. Another thing that I'm gonna need to, it's not on the platform, but starting to planning for the faculty strike. It needs to start the minute the board gets in, and the minute transition starts, we need to start working to prepare for what's gonna actually happen. That's gonna be the biggest thing that happens next year, and let's hope it doesn't happen, but we have to prepare for the worst.
Right, absolutely.
For sure.
And one more, just you're obviously the face of the campaign. We've got I've met Mike, you've met Mike, we've all met Mike, whatever. But not whatever, I mean, it was good. But what's going on behind the scenes? I mean, like, obviously, these three gentlemen, as well as I think a few more people.
Yeah, there's about 3 other people back there. Yeah.
A big role, but
Can squeeze them onto the couch.
you're already cozy enough. But I mean, what was it like for you guys just actually?
Well, like Mike touched on it, but there are so many of us that are involved in such a critical and engaged capacity on this team. Like, we have, I think, up to 8 campaign managers.
Wow.
Something like that. But it really was amazing to work with those people and like the level of commitment that they showed. Like, we were so many nights when we were all up till 2 a.m. planning for the next day, planning for the coming week, and it was amazing to see that level of commitment from so many people who just wanted to get behind Mike, support him, so that hopefully he could make a difference and he could have that opportunity.
Yeah, the nice thing about having so many people supporting Mike is he was able to focus on what he needed to do, and we were able to take the physical material, like get the campaign stuff prepared while he could focus on being the presidential candidate, not having to be the individual that was there, like having to worry about all the stuff that like would just get into his head. And instead we were there as a support group, and there was a lot of us, which was really good, a lot of dedicated individuals.
Behind the scenes, it's all about, I guess, the team, the big, huge team that's all behind there. We pretty much spend almost every waking moment with each other. Now that things are over, I don't even know what to do.
Yeah, what are you going to do with your time?
I don't know.
Gosh,
Well,
so many things.
You know what? The hard work paid off, obviously. Congratulations. Congratulations to you guys, too. It really is exciting for everyone. Mike Tithecott, our new USC president, thank you guys for getting cozy with us on the Big Purple Couch.